Hi, Michelle here. How are you today? Good, I hope. I'm doing fine. I'm sitting in my own little yarn shop in Kongsberg, Norway. Welcome back if you're a returning viewer, and welcome if it's the first time you've tuned in. As I said, I'm in Kongsberg, Norway, and I have a little shop called Spinnekroken, and I've just moved locations. So I've been in this new location about a little over 2 weeks, and things are finally starting to feel like home. The location is much bigger than the one I had before. Quite a bit more central. There's parking on the street right outside. There wasn't that in the other location. And closer to the square where there's a little more people traffic. So I've had a lot of new customers stopping by. That's really made me happy. And this location is just absolutely gorgeous. I love it. There are brick walls, there are concrete stuccoed white walls. It's just got a good vibe, open, airy. Yeah. So if you have a chance to come by, take a look. I'd like to see you. This podcast is mainly about knitting, some spinning, other fiber interests every now and again. And I talk a little bit about what is happening in the shop, what might be new, what plans I might have. So, nice to have you here. Maybe you're sitting and knitting. Maybe you're just relaxing. Whatever. I hope you enjoy yourself. Today I'm wearing one of my DRK Everyday Sweaters that I've knit. I've knit 2. The pattern is lovely. It is one of the patterns by Andrea Mary of Drea Renee Knits. It's a round yoke. Just start at the top and do some short rows and some increasing. And it's got a really nice fit. This one I knit in, excuse me, 1 strand of Twinny from Isar, and 1 strand of silk mohair also from Isar. So it's got kind of a tweedy look. Oh, it's soft and lovely. I really like it. I'll probably knit another one. That's how much I like the fit. I'll link to the pattern in the show notes so you can take a look if you want to knit yourself one. Last time I was on the air, or the last podcast, I was working on, I'll just put my knitting down. I was working on a Babysett for my grandchild that's on the way, due to be born the first week of December, so that's going to be fun. And I don't remember exactly how much I had done, but it's finished now, so I'll show it to you. There's the bonnet. It's kind of hard to show a bonnet, but without a model, but it's got a really nice decrease at the back, I-cord ties. I've knit this in Filcolana Pernilla in the colorway 977 Marzipan. Don't you love these little socks? Aren't they gorgeous? I mean, if it's cold, you can really pull them up. Can you imagine having feet that small? It's a while ago. And there's pants with a long rib around the waist. Lots of stretch. So that should be nice. Nice to fit. Comfy. And a jacket. I haven't got buttons on yet though. I'll be putting them on soon. I think it turned out really nice. The yarn is lovely to work with, and the fabric is really soft, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to be itchy at all. The pattern design is by Hilde from Spinnekroken Design. She's been doing quite a few baby things the past while. Really well written pattern, as always. And I can't remember exactly how many sizes she's written it in, but it's quite a few, so you should be able to find something that will fit whoever it is you're knitting for. So I'll link the pattern on the show notes below. Spinnekroken Design has also designed a romper and overall design, and she's just had a test jig on it, and I participated for the overall. I have to hold it like this because I haven't sewn the buttons on for this one either. So that's the only thing that has to be done. Oops. There, you can see the back. Really nice, stretchy design. This is also knit with Filcolana Pernilla, and this I knit in the size 12 months. So the pattern should be coming out shortly. It's not released yet as far as I know. The test knit was just finished a few days ago, I think. So I think Hilda's working on it, and as soon as it's released, I'll add the link to the video if it's not already possible to link it. So both of those are more or less what I've been working on the past couple of weeks. That's all I've got finished. Yeah. I don't think I have anything else I can show you that's finished. I've got some Christmas gifts that I've been working on, but they're at home. In case anybody that's receiving a Christmas gift might watch this, I decided not to show them. Oh well. I guess that's it for finished objects. Yep. Sorry, I was trying to think if there was something else, but I don't think there is. I put a post up, or a couple of posts up on Instagram about a beautiful Christmas sweater that I've been wanting to make for quite a while. I had to do the baby things first, but I cast it on a few days ago, and it's one of the patterns in Filcolana's latest collection, All That Jazz. Hannah Rimmon is the designer, and it's this beautiful sweater. It's called Santa Baby. I hope you saw that. It's a free pattern on their website. I will link the pattern page in the show notes for you. I'm knitting it almost in the colors that the designer used in the pattern. Excuse me. I've got the yoke finished and I've split for the sleeves. So now it's just stockinette for about 28 centimeters and then the ribbing at the bottom and the sleeves. And the last thing is the neckband. So I'm really enjoying it. I'm using, for the main color, it's Filcolana Pernilla in the color 977 Marsband, the same as the baby outfit, together with Tilia Silk Mohair from Filcolana. And I'm using the color 100 in the original pattern. I think it calls for 101, the off-white, not the white. And for the contrast colors, I'm using the same as what's in the pattern. Pernilla from Filcolana in color number 345. And I don't remember what they call it. I think it might be Hunter Green, but I'm not sure. No, this is probably Hunter Green. And this is Alva from Filcolana, which is 100% alpaca. And that's in color 147, which I believe is Hunter Green. So these two together make the contrast color. And I believe on the edges of the sleeves and the ribbing at the bottom, I think you do one or two rows of the contrast color. So that's going to make a nice finishing touch. Oops. I guess I moved the camera. Sorry about that. That's more or less what I'm working on for the time being. Like I said, I've got a few Christmas projects at home, but this is what I'm working on here in the store at least. And hopefully it won't take too long. I'll get it finished and then I'll be able to have it at the store to show you as a model before I get to use it. Yeah. So if you were here just for the knitting and don't really want to follow along about what's happening with the new location and maybe new products or plans I might have, then thanks for watching so far, and I hope you'll come back again. For everybody else that wants to know what's new in the store, I've got a few products that I'd like to show you, and I've got a quite interesting sock set yarn that I'd like to show you, as well as the fact that I've got some new patterns to the store, new to the store. The patterns aren't new, but they're new to the store. Okay, why don't we start with the socks? I like to knit socks 2 at a time, and quite often you buy sock yarn in a skein of maybe 100 grams, and you have to try to split the 100 grams yourself to make 2 cakes so that you can knit from 2 at a time. This company has done that job for you. So they deliver hand-dyed self-striping matching sock kits. And the one I'm going to show you is Harmony Special Edition color. Sorry about that, customer came in, which is actually fine. I don't remember exactly what I was saying, but I think I was talking about these socks. The company has packaged them in a little box with 2 little cakes of sock weight yarn. Each of them are 200 meters in length, 50 grams, and the gauge suggested is 7 to 8 inches, no, 7 to 8 stitches per inch, or 28 to 32 stitches per 10 centimeters. And that's on 2.25 to 3.25 needles. When you open the package, see if I can open it without ruining it. You get 2 cakes of yarn. And there's also a QR code, which will give you a pattern called Mahala sock. And the company that makes this yarn, Earth Yarns it's called, they have paired up with a company called Trees for the Future, or an organization called Trees for the Future. So every time one of these is sold, the Trees for the Future organization plant a tree in Africa. So I bought 6 colorways to try these out, see how they do, and 3 of each colorway. So they sent me a thank you note saying, "Dear Spinnekroken, for your order today, Earth Yarns will plant 18 trees in Africa." Isn't that nice? So you're getting good quality yarn. It's already caked up so that you can knit 2 socks at a time. And in addition, you're also helping out make sure that there are some trees planted in Africa. They have a hashtag that is knit one, plant one. And for every time that hashtag is used on social media, they plant an extra tree. So remember that if you get one of these kits and knit some socks or show some pictures, or make sure you use that hashtag. This is a store sample of exactly what you get if you knit up those 2 cakes. So quite long socks. I think they're probably they might probably fit me. So small to medium lady size. But personally, I don't usually use socks that are this long on the leg. I usually have mine about something like that. So I'm thinking you could almost get 2 pairs of socks out of one set. Maybe you'd have to add something for the cuff, heel and toe for the for the second set, but that's, you know, that's pretty good. You really get quite a bit in that one kit. So take a look on my web shop to see which colorways I've got in. If you'd like something else, if you take a look at Earth Yarn's webpage, then find some other colorways that you'd like, then just get in touch and we'll see what we can do. So that was the socks. I've also got a new supplier with regards to patterns. I'm a Ravelry friendly store, so any patterns that are sold on Ravelry where the designer allows local yarn shops to sell their patterns for them, I have been doing that. I've been doing that for all of the years, ever since I started the store, and that's fine. I really would rather do that than purchase a lot of loose patterns that maybe don't do anything but sit on a shelf. To me, it seems a little more economic and sustainable to go online, and if I really want a paper copy, I can print it. Other than that, personally, I like to use my iPad for my patterns, and I find that works. Not everybody likes that. A lot of people still want paper, which is fine. But for me, I haven't invested in a lot of paper patterns yet. But Petite Knit is a very popular designer. She has a lot of designs that appeal to the general public, and her patterns are generally not in the high price range. So I've become a retailer of her patterns and products. First and foremost, her patterns. I might bring in some of her products down the line, but her concept is for the retailers to have a book with all the pictures of all of her designs. So this is now in the store. You can take a look, find something that you'd like to make, and either I will have the paper pattern already for you in the store and you can purchase it, or we can go on Ravelry and I can sell you the pattern through Ravelry. You get it in your Ravelry account, and if you need it or want it printed, I will do that. So I'm pleased about that. I know it's nice to be able to take a look at pictures and get a good idea about what the patterns are like before you actually decide on something. A lot of us follow other knitters and podcasters and designers on social media, and that's how we find our patterns, but not everyone does that. So now I've got at least one more option for my customers, which I hope will be something that everybody appreciates. A couple of practical products that I've got in the store now. Stitch wires or spaghetti for holding your stitches on. I've got them in. That's what I've used here for my sleeve. You just, it's a hollow tube of flexible material that you just stick on the end of your needle, and then you can push your stitches either off or on. So quite practical. There are 2 wires in 2 different thicknesses, 3mm and 2mm, and 2 different lengths, 1.5 meters and 1 meter. So you get 8 lengths of cord or wire or whatever you want to call it, spaghetti. So that can be quite helpful sometimes. Regarding knitting needles, for those of you who like double pointed needles, I now have bamboo and steel from Chaigu, 20 centimeter length. I think I've got most sizes in. So if you're looking for double pointed needles, I have them now. I've also brought in all of the bamboo needles, circular needles that they have in 40 centimeters, 60 centimeters, 80 centimeters, and 100 centimeters lengths. So I know some of my customers were looking for bamboo needles, then I hadn't had any up until now. In addition, I've brought in the interchangeable sets in bamboo, the small set, the large set, and the complete set in 10 centimeters and 13 centimeters, I believe. So if you've been looking for a bamboo interchangeable set, there's a good option. Chaigu is really quality knitting needles. I think they're probably the best I've ever tried. If you're looking for something to put on your wish list for Christmas, maybe that's something you would like to consider. I think that's probably about it for today. I don't have any more updates or any more knitting to show you. So I hope everybody's enjoying some kind of fiber related interest, and if you need some supplies, or if you have any questions, if you want some suggestions for something that you can make, just drop a note in the comments box below, and I'll see if I can help you. And if there's anything you think I should either discuss or show you or anything like that in the podcast, please let me know. We're getting closer and closer to Christmas, so things are getting busier and busier for those of us that work in retail, which is good. We need everything to keep going, and for those of us that are making gifts, I hope we're not getting stressed. Even though Christmas is coming quite closer and closer, I hope we still have time to relax and enjoy our hobbies and stuff like that. Oh, one more thing. Fashion in the Forest is a company that supply sustainably, ecologically made clothing. It's a local company. They have an online store, and they have beautiful things. Right now they have actually 20% off on their dresses and their stores, so maybe you should go over and take a look. But on December 3rd, which is a Saturday, they will be here from 10 to 14. They're going to bring all of their items here, and we're going to have a pop-up store here for them. So if you're in Kongsberg on December 3rd, that might be something you want to come in and take a look at. They've got really pretty things. Okay, I think that's about it now. So until next time, happy knitting.